How's it going? Jacob Two here, owner of Outreach Gurus. I help digital agency owners get more business and close more deals, and more specifically, book meetings with their target customers every single month so that they can worry about the more important things and the more important aspects of their business. So I am, in this video, going to share with you the actual framework that I've used to get really, really good results for my own business. I scaled my first agency, Two SEO, which is a link outreach agency, to do over $20,000 in sales at the age of 19, all on the back of cold email. And that was just in about 2 months of sending emails. I didn't have a marketing budget and I needed to get my service in front of people. So I sent some emails and I did it the right way using this exact framework. And if you apply this to your business, I promise you'll get results. You're going to tweak and test things, but overall, this is the structure that I love using and it gets insane results. So I'm going to go through each variable in this script, and then I'm going to actually fill it out as if I was writing myself and trying to pitch myself. I'll say that I'm trying to pitch myself. Like, let's say I'm going to pretend that I'm the owner of a SaaS company that helps link builders optimize their link outreach campaigns. So that's what I'm going to do. So you start out with a name. So it's going to be Hi Jacob. Always use the first name and never use dear, salutations, anything like that. Anything that doesn't seem friendly is not good. Hi and hey. I don't even use hello. I think hi and hey are the two best because an email is supposed to be friend to friend, person to person, coworker to coworker, not a robot sending an email. So you just want to be natural, use everyday language. So I just write the email like I'm writing it to a friend. So hi Jacob. The reason you always use the first name is for, well, there's a few. But first and foremost, we are programmed from a young age to respond to our names being called. So if you ever read the book How to Win Friends and Influence People, you'll know that the best word and our favorite word in the English language is our own name. If you can use that name, it's going to make them like you more automatically. It's going to make them more receptive to your email and your pitch. It's going to make them think that maybe you know them. And it's also, more importantly, going to jump out at them in the inbox. So when they're going through their emails in the inbox and they see their name mentioned, they're going to be way more likely to click it and open it just because their eyes are drawn to it more naturally. So that's why you do that. Next is the first line. So I'm going to write a first line for me. I'm going to say, awesome how you quit school at 19 and became a digital nomad for 7 months, scaling your digital agency along the way. Super impressive, especially at such a young age. So that's the first line I would write to me. If someone wrote me this, my ego would just be through the roof. I'd be so happy because this is what I'm 20 now, but I left school when I was 19 and started doing this stuff. And I was a digital nomad. I went to Europe and Israel for a little over 7 months. So if someone called this out, I would be much more likely to open the email. So when I see the subject line saying, whatever it says, and then I see, hi Jacob, awesome how you quit school at 19 and became a digital nomad for 7 months, scaling your digital agency along the way, super impressive, especially at such a young age. That's a specific call out. That would not be applicable to anyone else. So I would automatically believe that this person has done their research on me. This is a personalized email. This person must at least know who I am. And they're complimenting me, which is going to help my ego. And people love to be complimented. So if you also notice, I start out using you, your, in this email. I didn't use me, my, or we. Those are all first person pronouns. I think they're pronouns. I don't know, but they're all first person. They're talking about myself. And that means that when you want to make the email about them. So you want to use second person words like you, talking directly to them. So you and your are what you should use. The only time that I use the word I or me in a first line is if it's after the first sentence and it's actually relating something that I did to them specifically that I called out in the first thing. So, but generally I don't even talk about myself at all in the first line. It should be all about them. So next, who you are, what you do, and who you help in one sentence. I'm going to say, my name is Joe, and I run a SaaS company, and I run Link Builder Pro, a SaaS startup that helps link building agencies track their outreach more effectively and optimize their campaigns. So now I'm saying who I am because he doesn't know who I am. So I'm introducing myself, and I'm telling him the company I work for, and I'm telling him what the company does, or telling me, I guess. I'm saying what the company does and who I help. And because this is super targeted, right? So he's reaching out to me, and 2Hunter SEO is a link building or link outreach agency for white hat authority links for SEO purposes. So he mentioned that he's a SaaS startup that helps link building agencies, me, track their outreach more effectively and optimize their campaigns. So that is a super, super relevant line of work that's super applicable to my agency. So obviously he's done his research. So now we're going to do the one sentence case study. So this is going to be calling out work you did for someone similar, probably one of their competitors or some kind of similar industry in the same niche, and talking about the results. So I'm going to say recently. So this framework, by the way, is I worked with company. I'll say I'm going to get rid of I. I try not to use I because it makes it me-centric. So I'm just going to say recently worked with company to what you did, which resulted in positive outcome. That's how you do a one-sentence case study. So pretending I'm doing a case study, let's say I'm a mobile app developer for Netflix, or I'm selling it to Netflix. Recently worked with Hulu to develop an audience, or I'll say a membership retention app, which resulted in a 17% increase in yearly user retention. Okay, let's say I'm doing let's say I'm selling SEO to a e-commerce store. Recently worked with, I don't know what's a big e-commerce store. I'll just make one up. I'll just say Nike because they sell stuff online. Nike to what am I saying? SEO to optimize their product pages, which resulted in a 11% increase in visits in click-through rate from organic search and a 17% increase in rankings, whatever. So that's how you can write a case study. So you can see how you can just kind of do this, use this recently work with company, who you work with, what you did for them, the result they got. Make sure the company and what you did is relevant to the person you're selling. So I'm going to say recently worked with Page One Power. They're a really big link building agency. That's one of my competitors. To track their link outreach campaigns, which with our software, which resulted in them landing 17, or I'll say 31.4% more links for every I'll say which helped them increase their link conversion rate by 11.4% in just 1 month. So this is a really, really relevant case study. So they helped one of my biggest competitors track and manage their outreach campaigns, which resulted in 11% increase in conversion rate, which is huge. That means like that for every 100 emails they send, if they were getting, one link per 100 emails, they're getting, way more links. So that's going to really resonate with me. I would want to do the same thing. So next I would say would love to discuss ways we can help you do the same. Okay, so now I'm saying I want to help you do the same thing. And then the call to action is going to be interested in discussing further? If so, I'd Happy to send over a few times for a quick chat. So this is the call to action. The call to action is basically saying, it's ending in a question mark. So when you end in a question mark and you're asking them a direct question, it makes them way more likely to respond and say yes. And this is super easy. All they have to do is say yes as a response. They don't have to say anything like complicated. They just have to say yeah, sure, or something like that. And then for the email signature, I'm not going to go into that now. I'm going to make another video on email signatures and why they're important soon. And then you can use that information to create your own email signature. So hopefully this framework helps you write more pitches that will win you more clients. So hi, first name, personalized compliment, who you are and what you do in one sentence, relevant case study to their industry and the result that it got for their competitor, direct call to action, email signature. So this is Jacob Tuweiner. I'll talk to you soon. Hopefully this helped. If you have any questions, leave them down below, and I'll leave a link to this exact email script in the description as well. Thanks.